All right, so to the state of Maryland, there is a fierce debate over same-sex marriage and marriage equality. Tuesday, hundreds of activists crowded into a state Senate hearing as lawmakers heard a full day of emotional, heated, and passionate testimony. Democratic Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown of Maryland joins us now to talk about this. Sir, it's great to have you with us today. And the governor there, Martin O'Malley, who is a Democrat, says that he would sign the bill for marriage equality. So how likely is it that this bill will ultimately end up on Governor O'Malley's desk?
Thomas, it's great to be on the show, and I think this is a real historic moment for Maryland and an important moment for the state, for the country. Maryland is poised to be the 6th state to approve marriage, extend marriage equality to same-gender couples. The governor has stated on a number of occasions that if the General Assembly sends him a bill to the second floor, he's going to sign it. It's important for the governor also that there be protections for religious freedoms as well, but he's going to sign that bill, and I think it's real likely that bill is going to make it to the second floor.
Sir, how has your position on this issue changed over the years to get you to the point where you are today?
My position hasn't changed much. I know that as a society, our values evolve and change. I've always supported the equality of rights and responsibilities for all Marylanders. And this year, with the issue forefront, and as you mentioned yesterday, a fierce debate in the judiciary, I thought it important that I express my views. When I was in the House of Delegates as the majority whip, the debate was on the floor, but it was a little bit different. We were defending efforts to limit the right to marry by same-gender couples. There was an effort to impose a constitutional amendment, and I thought at the time, as I do today, that we shouldn't use Maryland's Constitution to take away rights, but we ought to do things in Maryland to expand rights and responsibilities to more Marylanders.
As we talk about this, though, how is it playing out, the issue among Marylanders? The research that I've been doing, it's pretty split.
It's close, but a majority of Marylanders do support marriage equality. In the legislature, I think it's a good chance that it's going to pass. The composition of the state Senate, they've picked up 2 Democrats. A majority of the members on the committee that heard the bill yesterday are sponsors of the bill, so it's likely to make it from the committee to the Senate floor, where the Senate president has stated publicly that he believes it's better than a 50% chance that it'll pass out of the Senate. In the House, which has been traditionally a more progressive body on social issues, I think the House is definitely ready to pass this bill. So it's more likely than not that this bill will make it to the second floor for Governor O'Malley's signature.
And sir, what do you and the governor have to say to people? I was reading an article. Maryland Bishop Harry Jackson says that he feels that this is going to hurt African-American families within the state and also I guess his words were, undermine traditional marriage. What do you say to critics like that?
You know, I say that what we ought to be doing is looking at ways to strengthen families, to build families. And when 2 individuals, regardless of their gender and whether it's a same gender or opposite gender union, when they want to come together in the union of marriage and raise children and to care for those children, love those children, give those children everything they have, we ought to be supporting that. And I think that's what this bill does. I've had in my life experience, I have friends and colleagues, same gender relationships, where they're raising children in productive, supportive, loving households. So I think that this bill is an effort to strengthen families in Maryland.
How fast are we going to see this come maybe to the second floor?
Well, it will probably come at the end of the legislative session in April. It's not an emergency piece of legislation, so we'll get it after we adjourn session in April. I think next week it will pass the committee. It'll probably pass the Senate chamber later in the month of February, maybe early March. It's not on the fast track. It doesn't need to be. It's an important issue. As you mentioned, there's fierce debate around the issue. It'll make it in time to pass the legislature by adjournment in early April. I
grew up in Baltimore. I was just home to visit my family. I've been giving wedding gifts for years to all of my friends. It would be nice to think that I could finally get some. Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown, thanks for coming on the show today. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Thomas.